In today's fast-paced world, the pursuit of work-life balance has become something of a holy grail. We chase it relentlessly, yet it often seems to slip further from our grasp. Perhaps this is because we've been approaching it from the wrong angle. What if balance isn't something to achieve, but rather a state of being to cultivate? This book offers a fresh perspective on work-life balance through a spiritual lens. It's not about perfect schedules or rigid boundaries, but about finding harmony between our inner and outer worlds. Through this spiritual approach, we'll explore how to create meaningful integration between our professional ambitions and personal well-being. I remember the moment this truth hit home for me. I was a high-achieving executive, constantly juggling deadlines and family commitments, when a health crisis forced me to reevaluate everything. Through embracing spiritual practices, I discovered a new way of being, one that didn't require sacrificing either success or serenity. Balance, from a spiritual perspective, isn't about equal distribution of time or energy. Rather, it's about alignment, ensuring that our outer actions reflect our inner values and purpose. The myth of perfect balance has led many of us to believe that we should be giving equal attention to all areas of our lives at all times. This misconception creates unnecessary stress and guilt. Instead, true balance is dynamic and fluid, like a dance rather than a fixed position. Eastern philosophies have long understood this principle. In the Taoist tradition, balance is seen as the natural flow between opposing forces, yin and yang, action and rest, work and renewal. This differs significantly from the Western approach, which often emphasizes maximizing productivity at all costs. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in finding this natural balance. By developing awareness of our current state, physical, mental, and spiritual, we can make more conscious choices about where to direct our energy. Key principles of spiritual balance include presence over perfection, alignment over achievement, flow over force, integration over separation, wisdom over rules. These principles form the foundation for a more sustainable and fulfilling approach to work-life balance. The modern workplace often feels disconnected from spirituality, yet it's precisely where we need spiritual awareness most. Understanding and nurturing the mind-body-spirit connection can transform our work experience from draining to energizing. When we bring spiritual awareness to work, something remarkable happens. Performance improves naturally, not through force or stress, but through alignment and presence. Research has shown that employees who maintain spiritual practices demonstrate higher creativity, better decision-making, and improved relationships with colleagues. Physical practices for workplace spirituality. Conscious breathing between tasks, mindful walking between meetings, regular stretching breaks, proper posture as a form of meditation, creating an ergonomic and energetically clean workspace. Mental practices for spiritual balance. Single tasking with full presence, regular mental clearing breaks, mindful email and communication, conscious transitions between tasks, practicing non-attachment to outcomes, emotional intelligence and spiritual awareness. Understanding our emotional landscape is crucial for maintaining spiritual balance at work. This includes recognizing emotional triggers, responding rather than reacting, cultivating compassion for self and others, managing energy rather than time, practicing workplace empathy, creating sacred space. Even in the most corporate environment, we can create pockets of sacred space. A mindful morning arrival ritual, dedicated meditation, corner sacred objects or images that inspire, regular cleansing of workspace energy, creating boundaries for digital intrusions. Remember, the goal isn't to separate our spiritual life from our work life, but to integrate them seamlessly. When we honor the mind-body-spirit connection at work, we naturally become more effective, creative, and fulfilled in our professional roles. Time is not just a commodity to be managed, it's a sacred gift to be honored. When we shift our perspective from viewing time as something to control to seeing it as something to steward mindfully, our entire relationship with work and life transforms. Spiritual perspectives on time. Circular versus linear time understanding, the eternal present moment, natural rhythms and cycles, sacred pauses and stillness, time as a teacher rather than a taskmaster, quality versus quantity. Instead of asking, "How much can I get done?" consider, "What deserves my full presence right now? How can I bring more consciousness to this moment? What is the most aligned use of my energy? Where can I create more depth rather than breadth? How can I honor this time fully?" Present, moment awareness. Developing presence transforms how we experience time. Mindful task engagement. Full attention in meetings, conscious transitions, deep listening practices. Letting go of past and future worry. Sacred time rituals. Morning intention setting. Midday. Pause and reset evening reflection. Weekly planning as meditation. Monthly review and alignment, breaking free from time scarcity. Recognizing abundance of time. Releasing rushed energy, trusting divine timing, creating spaciousness, practicing time boundaries. Remember, when we treat time as sacred, we naturally become more discerning about how we use it. This isn't about doing more in less time. It's about bringing more presence and meaning to each moment we're given. Relationships form the fabric of our lives, weaving through both our personal and professional spheres. A spiritual approach to work-life balance recognizes the interconnectedness of all our relationships and the importance of maintaining healthy boundaries. Setting spiritual boundaries at work. Defining your non-negotiables. Communicating limits with compassion. Creating energetic shields. Practicing discernment in commitments. Honoring your spiritual needs. Nurturing relationships at home. Bringing full presence to family time, creating rituals of connection. Practicing forgiveness and letting go. Balancing giving and receiving. Honoring each person's spiritual path, communication from a spiritual perspective. Speaking from the heart deep. Listening without judgment, using I statements to express needs, practicing nonviolent communication, recognizing the divine in every interaction. Finding community support. Seeking like-minded colleagues, joining or creating spiritually oriented groups, engaging in service together, sharing practices and insights, creating accountability, partnerships, balancing solitude and connection, honoring need for alone time, creating sacred solo rituals, practicing mindful socializing, setting intentions for interactions, recognizing when to retreat and when to engage. Remember, healthy relationships require both connection and separation. By setting clear boundaries and approaching all interactions with spiritual awareness, we create a harmonious flow between our professional and personal lives. Practical exercise. For 1 week, before each significant interaction, at work or home, take a moment to set an intention. How do you want to show up in this moment? What energy do you want to bring? After the interaction, reflect on how this conscious approach affected the quality of your connection. By treating our relationships as sacred and setting mindful boundaries, we create a strong foundation for overall work-life balance. This spiritual approach allows us to be fully present in all our roles, honoring both our need for connection and our individual journey. At the heart of spiritual work-life balance lies the quest for purpose and meaning. When we align our work with our deeper purpose, the line between work and life begins to blur in the most beautiful way. Aligning work with life. Purpose. Identifying core values and passions. Recognizing your unique gifts and talents. Understanding your personal mission. Seeking work that resonates with your soul, finding purpose in any job, no matter how mundane. Finding meaning in daily tasks, reframing routine work as spiritual practice, bringing mindfulness to every action, seeing the bigger picture in small tasks, practicing gratitude for work opportunities, finding lessons and growth in challenges, service as a spiritual practice, viewing work as service to others, finding ways to contribute beyond job description, practicing random acts of kindness at work, mentoring or supporting colleagues, aligning company goals with broader social good, career choices and spiritual growth. Regularly, reassessing career alignment, being open to unexpected paths, trusting intuition in career decisions, viewing career transitions as spiritual journeys, balancing ambition with inner peace, integrating personal values with professional life, bringing authenticity. to workplace interactions, standing up for ethical practices, initiating conversations about values and culture, leading by example in living your values, creating a personal mission statement for work practical exercise, purpose mapping. List your top 5 personal values. Write down 3 ways your current work aligns with these values. Identify 2 areas where you feel misalignment. Brainstorm 3 actions you can take to bring more alignment. Set an intention to implement 1 action. This week, remember, purpose isn't always about doing something grand or changing the world. It's about bringing consciousness and intention to whatever you do. Even the most seemingly insignificant task can be infused with meaning when approached with the right mindset. By continually seeking to align our work with our deeper purpose, we create a sense of flow and integration between all aspects of our lives. This alignment is the essence of spiritual work-life balance, not a perfect division of time, but a harmonious expression of our authentic selves in all that we do. In the spiritual approach to work-life balance, managing energy is far more crucial than managing time. When we learn to work with our natural energy rhythms, we can accomplish more with less effort and maintain a sense of vitality in all areas of life. Understanding personal energy patterns, identifying your natural peaks and troughs, recognizing your primary energy type, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Observing how different activities affect your energy, noting seasonal and cyclical changes in your energy, learning to honor your body's signals. Spiritual practices for energy renewal. Regular meditation or prayer breath work for quick energy shifts. Visualization techniques for rejuvenation, energy clearing rituals, smudging, sound healing, connecting with nature for energy, balancing, creating energy boundaries, learning to say no to energy draining. Activities setting limits on energy, intensive interactions, creating energetic shields in challenging environments, practicing energy hygiene after intense work periods, regularly assessing and adjusting energy commitments, managing digital energy drains, implementing digital detox periods. Mindful use of social media and email, creating tech-free zones and times, using technology to support, not hinder, energy flow. Practicing discernment in information consumption. Natural rhythms and cycles, aligning work with circadian rhythms, honoring ultradian rhythms for optimal productivity, working with lunar cycles for planning and reflection, respecting seasonal energy shifts, creating rituals to mark transitions and renew energy. Practical exercise, energy audit. For 1 week, keep an energy journal. Note your energy levels throughout the day, what activities energize or drain you, and any patterns you observe. Use this information to restructure your days for optimal energy flow. Remember, the goal isn't to be on all the time, but to create a sustainable flow of energy that supports both your work and personal life. By treating your energy as a sacred resource and working with your natural rhythms, you can achieve a deeper sense of balance and vitality. To truly integrate spirituality into our work-life balance, we need practical tools that can be applied in everyday situations. This chapter offers a toolkit of spiritual practices that can be seamlessly woven into even the busiest schedules. Daily meditation practices. Minute morning centering meditation. Lunchtime mindfulness practice, evening reflection and gratitude meditation. Walking. Meditation between meetings, micro-meditations, 1 to 2 minutes. Throughout the day, mindful breaks during work. 3-3-3 practice. Name 3 things you see, 3 things you hear, 3 things you feel. Body scan. Technique for quick stress relief. Mindful sip. Bringing full attention to drinking water. Desk stretches with breath awareness. Mindful hand washing as a reset breathing. Techniques 4-7-8. Breathing for instant calm box, breathing for focus and clarity. Alternate nostril breathing. For balanced lion's breath for releasing tension. Breath counting for centering. Gratitude practices. Morning gratitude journaling. Gratitude partner. At work, end-of-day appreciation ritual. Gratitude walk during lunch break. Expressing thanks to colleagues regularly. Journaling exercises. Stream of consciousness writing to clear the mind. reflective journaling on work challenges, intention setting for the day, week journaling dialogue with your higher self, recording synchronicities and insights, movement and body practices, office yoga sequences, qigong exercises for energy flow, mindful stretching between tasks, embodiment practices for grounding power, posing for confidence practical exercise, 21-day spiritual tool challenge. Choose one tool from each category to practice daily for 21 days. Keep a journal of your experiences and note any shifts in your work-life balance. Remember, the power of these tools lies in consistent application. Start small, perhaps with just 1 or 2 practices, and gradually build your spiritual toolkit. The goal is to create a set of go-to practices that you can rely on to maintain balance and presence throughout your workday. By integrating these practical spiritual tools into your daily routine, you create multiple touchpoints for reconnecting with your inner self, even in the midst of a busy work life. This consistent reconnection is key to maintaining a spiritually balanced approach to work and life. Even with the best spiritual practices in place, challenges will inevitably arise. The key is not to avoid these difficulties, but to approach them as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. Dealing with workplace stress, practicing the pause and breathe technique, reframing stress as a call for self-care, using affirmations to shift perspective, implementing regular stress check-ins, creating a stress relief toolkit, managing conflict spiritually. Viewing conflicts as opportunities for understanding, practicing active listening without judgment, using I statements to express feelings, seeking win-win solutions through compassion, taking time for inner reflection before responding, maintaining balance during crisis, grounding practices for staying centered, setting healthy boundaries during high-pressure times, seeking support from mentors or spiritual guides, practicing radical acceptance of what cannot be changed, finding moments of peace amidst chaos, spiritual resilience practices, developing a growth mindset, cultivating inner strength through meditation, building a supportive community, practicing self-compassion during setbacks, connecting to a higher purpose for motivation, learning from setbacks. Reflective journaling on challenges, seeking the lesson in every difficulty, practicing forgiveness of self and others, using visualization to reframe past events, celebrating small wins and progress. Remember, challenges are not obstacles to your spiritual practice. They are the practice. By approaching difficulties with a spiritual mindset, you transform them into opportunities for growth, deepening your work-life balance in the process. Establishing sacred routines provides structure and intentionality to our spiritual approach to work-life balance. These routines serve as anchors, helping us maintain our center amidst the ebb and flow of daily life. Morning spiritual practices, waking up with gratitude meditation or prayer before starting the day, intentional morning journaling, gentle yoga, or stretching. Setting daily intentions, transitions, between work and home, cleansing breath ritual, when leaving work, mindful commute practices, changing clothes as a symbolic transition, brief meditation to shift gears, greeting home space with presence, evening, wind-down rituals, technology, sunset routine, reflective journaling on the day, gentle stretching or restorative yoga, mindful tea or bath ceremony, reading inspirational literature, weekly spiritual renewal. Sabbath-inspired day of rest nature connection time, weekly review and intention setting, spiritual study or group practice acts of service or volunteering, seasonal practices, solstice and equinox rituals, seasonal cleansing and renewal aligning goals with natural cycles, honoring personal or cultural holidays, retreats for deeper spiritual work, practical exercise, sacred routine. Design create a visual representation of your ideal day, week, and season, incorporating sacred routines at key points. Start by implementing one new routine this week, gradually building a rhythm that supports your spiritual work-life balance. Remember, the power of sacred routines lies in their consistency. Even small, regular practices can have a profound impact on our overall sense of balance and well-being. By weaving these routines into the fabric of our days, weeks, and seasons, we create a sustainable foundation for spiritual growth and work-life harmony. As we conclude our journey, we arrive at the heart of spiritual work-life balance: integration. This is the art of blending all aspects of our lives into a harmonious whole, where work and life are not separate entities to be balanced, but expressions of our authentic selves, blending work and life seamlessly. Recognizing the artificial nature of work-life separation, bringing your whole self to every situation, finding ways to express your passions in your work, integrating personal growth with professional development, creating synergy between different life roles, living authentically in all spheres. Aligning actions with values across all areas of life, practicing radical honesty with yourself and others, embracing vulnerability as a strength, letting go of personas and embracing your true self, bringing spiritual awareness to every interaction, continuous spiritual growth. Viewing every experience as an opportunity for growth, regular self-reflection and personal inventory, seeking feedback and embracing constructive criticism, cultivating beginner's mind in familiar situations, committing to lifelong learning and evolution, being versus doing, shifting focus from achievement to presence, finding stillness in action, practicing non-attachment to outcomes, embracing the power of pause, recognizing your inherent worth beyond accomplishments, the journey of balance. Accepting that perfect balance is a myth, embracing the dynamic nature of life, practicing flexibility and adaptability, trusting the unfolding of your path, celebrating the journey rather than the destination. Remember, true integration is not about perfection, but about presence. It's about bringing your full self to each moment, whether you're in a board meeting or playing with your children. As you continue on this path, may you find that work and life are not competing forces, but complementary aspects of a rich, purposeful existence. As we reach the end of our exploration into the spiritual approach to work-life balance, it's clear that this journey is less about achieving perfect equilibrium and more about cultivating a state of harmonious being. We've discovered that true balance comes not from rigidly separating our professional and personal lives, but from integrating them with mindfulness and purpose. Remember, the practices and principles we've discussed are not destinations, but pathways. They are invitations to live more consciously, to bring your full presence to each moment, whether at work or at home. The key lies in consistent application and gentle persistence. As you move forward, I encourage you to experiment with the tools and techniques shared here. Find what resonates with you and make it your own. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this path, and remember that every moment is an opportunity to choose presence over pressure, alignment over achievement. May your journey of spiritual work-life balance bring you deeper fulfillment, greater peace, and a profound sense of purpose in all that you do. The path continues, ever unfolding, and you are well equipped to walk it with grace and awareness. Practical applications. To help you integrate these teachings into your daily life, consider the following. Daily practices. Checklist. Morning meditation or prayer, mindful transitions between tasks, gratitude practice, evening reflection, weekly reflection. Questions. How did I honor my values this week? Where did I find moments of presence? What challenged my balance? And how did I respond? How can I bring more alignment next week? Monthly review. Template. Assess energy levels and patterns, review and adjust boundaries, celebrate growth and lessons learned. Set intentions for the coming month. Spiritual balance assessment tool. Rate your sense of purpose and meaning, evaluate work-life integration, assess quality of relationships, gauge overall sense of well-being.